Welcome everyone to Counter-Hegemony. In late April, regional elections were held in the Austrian state of Salzburg. The big surprise was the historic success of the Communist Party. With nearly 12%, the Communists managed to re-enter the federal state parliament after 74 years. This is the best result in the history of the Austrian Communist Party at state and federal level. In the city of Salzburg, the performance of the Communists was even more remarkable. With an astounding 21.5%, they came a close second. After Styria, Salzburg is now the second federal state in Austria where the Communists have entered the parliament. So why is Austria witnessing a revival of communism? Is the electoral success in Salzburg primarily a local phenomenon? Or is it part of a more general shift to the left? Is there a trend towards more solidarity and community in response to the deepening crisis of capitalism? Let's take a closer look at what happened in Salzburg. There are several factors that explain the communist success. First, the party addressed the right issues. Its campaign was focused on municipal social policies, primarily the issue of affordable housing. Salzburg is the city with the most expensive rents in Austria. Less and less working people can afford to pay rent. The Communist Party's focus on protecting basic needs from the logic of profit struck a nerve in the context of inflation and impoverishment. The party members have been very active in assisting and consulting tenants. This has directly connected them with the concerns and needs of the average worker. Second, the Communist Party's top candidate, Kay-Michael Dankl, convinced many to cast their vote. Dankl has been working as a city councillor for the past 4 years. As is customary in the Communist Party, he limits his salary to an average skilled worker's wage, proving that he's not concerned with money and posts. During the campaign, Dankl managed to communicate radical positions, such as that housing should not be a commodity, and that the basic needs of the working majority should prevail over the interest of investors in such a convincing way that hardly anyone could contradict him. Factor number 3, grassroots organizing. Without significant financial resources, the Communist Party has built an increasingly powerful regional organization. Through its consistent work in defense of the interests of the working majority, it has gained credibility among voters. It has managed to unify leftist activists and social struggles and to establish relations of solidarity with sectors of the working class. Factor number 4 that explains the communist success has to do with a dual crisis. The crisis of politics and the crisis of the so-called political center. In light of inflation, growing poverty, and rising social inequality, many people are disappointed by politics. This disenchantment has either led to a declining voter turnout, as many believe that politics no longer changes anything, or to electoral successes of anti-establishment parties, both on the left and on the right. In the case of Salzburg, the success of the Communist Party is related to the weakness of the Social Democrats and the Green Party. In particular, the Social Democrats are perceived as a bureaucratic state party, focused on public offices. Embracing neoliberalism and the interests of capital has come with a loss of credibility among large sectors of the working class. Yet the support for the Communist Party in Salzburg was not just a protest vote against the center parties. It was also a response to the crisis of capitalism. And this brings us to the fifth factor. Between 2019 and 2021, corporate profits in Austria increased by 8%, while real wages fell by 3.4%. The Communist Party in Salzburg has been the primary political force addressing these developments. Dankl and his comrades have gone against the interests of capital and the logic of profit-making. They have put the common good and the basic needs of the working class in housing, education, healthcare, and public transport above the interests of capital. By doing so, they have managed to shift the public discourse to the left, social and economic issues have come to the fore again. The result in Salzburg shows that if economic relations of domination, ownership and exploitation are openly addressed, the left can achieve electoral success. Yet beyond the local context, it might also be a sign that communism is no longer viewed as a boogeyman. As an idea and movement, it has become more attractive, especially among the younger generation. I will talk more about this in the next video, in which I will also take a closer look at the rise of the Communist Party in Graz. That does it for today. If you liked the video, please don't forget to subscribe and to turn on the notifications. You can also share it with your friends on social media. This helps grow the channel and reach more people. Thanks so much for tuning in. I'll see you next time.